All right, next example, the reason this is slightly more challenging is because you cannot cross multiply here. So take a second, pause the video to write this down, and then resume again when you've written it down. So you can't cross multiply here because you do not have one fraction equaling another. You can only cross multiply when it's a fraction equals a fraction. You've got multiple terms here. So instead, what we're going to do when there are multiple rational expressions is we are going to create a single common denominator for all rational expressions. All right, what's going to happen here is we're going to create one single common denominator for each of these for three fractions. And the reason we're going to do that is this nice fun property here. If you have the same denominator for all fractions in an equation, this is my favorite part, ... you can cancel it out. If you can get the same denominator for all your fractions in an equation, you can cancel it out. We're going to demonstrate that. So make sure you've got this written down because these are the procedures we're going to go through. If you can't cross multiply, we're going to create a single common denominator. And if you have the same denominator, you can cancel it out. So here's what this is going to look like for my example up here. I've got denominators of 3, 2, and a 1. So this is a simpler version of a common denominator. And the least, so smallest number, the least common, the smallest number, least common denominator that I can make here would be a 6. Because 3 and 2 will both multiply to a 6. And that's the lowest number that they will both multiply to. So the way I'm going to get that least common denominator of a 6, so I'm going to multiply in what 3 needs and what 2 needs and what 1 needs in order to become a 6. Well, 3 needs a 2. 2 needs a 3. And 1, oh, well, poor 1 needs the whole shebang, needs the whole 6. Well, because I've now said, okay, the least common denominator was 6, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6, 1 times 6 is 6. Well, hey, look at this. I now have the same denominator in each of my fractions. Oh, look at that. If you have the same denominator for all your fractions in an equation, you can cancel it out. Yay! So that means all I have to worry about is 2x minus 10, because you distribute, don't forget to distribute, plus 3x equals 6x. I've got the same denominator in all my fractions. So, hey, the nice thing here is I can literally say, oh, that's going to cancel out. The reason it's going to cancel out is what you would do behind the scenes. And you don't have to do this. This is just the proof. So the blue is proof. Is you would say, okay, I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. When I multiply both sides by 6, what's that actually doing? Well, it's saying cross out the 6 denominators and they're gone. But you don't have to do that. That blue is just extra to show you that, oh yeah, it really does hold true. If I have the same denominator for all fractions, I can cancel it out. So now all I got to do is solve 2x minus 10 plus 3x equals 6x. All right, so we're going to combine some like terms. 2x plus 3x is 5x. Minus 10 equals 6x. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. I get negative 10 equals, well, that's just 1x or x, and I'm done. There's my answer. All right, so I'm going to stop the video here and I'll pick up on the next example, but make sure you've got all these notes written down.